Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. Everything in this world has times and seasons. And within those times and seasons, there's a rotation. There's a clock, right? The sun has a rotation. The earth orbits around the sun at a certain amount of time. The moon has its own rotation. Everything has its own timing built into it, right? So built into the earth is its orbit, and at the rate that it turns and in the way that it orbits around the sun. It's an internal clock. So we have our winter, spring, summer, and fall. They come every year like clockwork in a certain progression, in a certain way, at a certain time. It's built internally, right, into all of the earth and all the things that we deal with. But likewise, as people, we have like an internal clock on the insides where our body is created to do certain things. So what scientists have said is that our bodies are internally, our internal clock is kind of set with the moon and the sun and the earth's rotation. It's all together. It's all kind of commingled, even though they all have their own orbit, their own timing, their own season, but they all kind of flow with each other, within each other. And they say that the human body, that we're created to be up with the sun and to sleep when the sun go down. And that with the invention of electricity and lights, it has thrown off our internal clocks because now we're staying up later, okay? And then you can look at scientists, they'll tell you that, your body will rejuvenate itself and will heal itself between 10 and 2, that you should be sleeping between those hours because those are the most important times for a person's body to recalculate, to heal itself, to recharge, right? Why am I talking to you about this stuff? Well, because when you're dealing with health issues, that's really important, okay? You need to make sure that your body is getting what it needs, when it needs it. The timing of things is really important. And so we're going to talk a little bit about sleep. Making sure that you get the sleep that you need so that your body can heal itself. The importance of making sure that you're getting sleep within the hours that your body needs it. I know for me personally that depending on where I'm at in my health walk, my strength level, if I'm in a bad place, if I'm maintaining, if I'm in a good place, a lot of that has to do with how much sleep my body actually needs. But I can get those hours of sleep. Say if I need 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours of sleep, 10 hours of sleep, right? I can get those 7, 8, 9, 10 hours. But if I get them during the wrong hours, it's like I didn't even sleep. My body didn't do the things that it needed to do. I'm tired, I'm dragging, and my whole system is all thrown off. So it doesn't matter that I got the 10 hours. I didn't get them at the time that my body is calibrated to recharge itself. So it's important that when I do get my sleep, I get it during the time in which it's going to be most beneficial for my body to produce good health in my body. Whenever, if you can look at yourself and see where your internal clock is and what works best for you, start looking at yourself and you can notice that if you sleep within these hours, it's like you really didn't get no sleep. It didn't really do what your body needed to do, but you can fall asleep within certain hours and you can see that, wow, that just those few hours you got what you needed and your body is rebuilt. Start looking at your day and at your time to find out what are your prime hours, what's best for you, and how many hours of sleep you need. That's really important to know because it tells you when you need to go down at night and when you need to get up for the things that you need to do in your life for every day. So those are things that you need to look at and you need to know about your body. Now, how sleep works at different stages of overcoming is different. There are those stages when you are in those dark seasons and you're really weak and it's a fight for your life. You probably sleep a lot. You probably spend more time sleep than you do up, or at least I know I have, right? In the seasons that I've gone through, multiple seasons at multiple different times in life. Those dark places. There's times, you guys, where I slept the majority of the day. I may wake up a couple times during the day. I may stay up for an hour, maybe even two. That's a big deal. But for the most part, I'm up for only a little bit, maybe enough to get something to drink, to see what's going on with the family, and then I'm knocked back out and I'm out cold. And that's how the days go, day and night. Just sleep, 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 sleep. Hardly ever awake. Those are usually when the body is really weak. It doesn't have enough strength and energy for you to be up, to be able to maintain it. And so the body will shut itself down so that you can, it can preserve the energy that it needs to actually help to keep you alive, to help keep your body functioning. There are, and I'm going to use me because I'm me and I know what I've gone through, but maybe you can see something in what I've gone through or relate in some kind of a way. So there's other seasons, right, where I'm getting better. I know I'm doing better. I'm coming out of those dark seasons. And I don't sleep the majority of the day, in the sense where I might be, in a 10-hour span, I might have slept 7 or 8 of those hours in the middle of the day, right, including, all the night. But in that 10-hour span or 12-hour day, I might have slept 9 or 10 hours of that sunlight time of the day. Then there's other times where I may wake up more frequently and I may stay up just a little bit longer. So I may stay up for 2 hours. I might make it to 3, and then I'm asleep again, right? And that's the cycle. Every few hours I may wake up, but I may stay asleep the entire night. But during the day I'm only up. And I find that my wake time gets longer and my sleep time for daylight hour time gets shorter. Then I may find that, I may wake up, I may do breakfast with the family, and then I'm knocked out. And then I wake up and it's lunchtime and I do lunch, and then I'm knocked out. And then I wake up and it's dinner. But I woke up 3 times that day and I was up for a little bit and I was able to eat. Then I may find that I may be able to get up and stay up for, 3 to 4 hours. Okay? And then I need a nap. And eventually I'll get down to where I only need to lay down and nap once in the day. It goes to 2 times to 1 time in the day. Then eventually I can go out where I can stay up all day long. But about 6 o'clock I'm really getting tired. 7, 8 o'clock I'm really kind of struggling. 9 o'clock I'm knocked out. Okay? And so those are the progressions that I have found that I've gone through. And maybe you can see something in that for you as well, or something that you can relate to. So you can tell a lot about where you are physically and how you're going by how your sleep patterns are. If you find that you are fighting to stay up later, right? You're feeling good, you're doing good, you're fighting to stay up later, you're staying up later, and now, you might have went to sleep at 9, but now you're going to sleep at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. It will throw everything off. You may be able to maintain at that for a few days, maybe even a couple of weeks, depending upon you, but for the most part, it's not going to last very long, and you're going to find that everything is thrown off just because your sleep pattern is thrown off. Your sleep pattern will affect your ability to recover. It'll affect your body's ability to compensate for different things. If you have an organ or something that's off, the rest of your body is using all its energy and doing what it needs to do to compensate for that. You'll affect all of that. Not just the recovery, but you will affect the ability of everything to be able to work together to keep you going. It will throw off your eating habits. You might find that you're not eating at the right times. You're eating later. Then when you eat, you get that burst of energy. It's hard for you to go to sleep. It throws off everything. So you need to be mindful of what your internal clock is. Pay attention to it, because it's really important for you to not only maintain your health, but to gain health. And you can learn a lot about where you are on your path, because sometimes, you guys, you got a lot of good stuff going on in your body and a lot of bad stuff going on in your body at the same time. So it can be hard to judge, where are you at? Am I in a good season? Am I in a bad season? And some of the things that you can look at to see which direction you're going is your sleep pattern. That can help you a lot to see, are you coming Are you sleeping more? That may mean your body is getting weaker. Are you sleeping less? That may mean your body is getting stronger, but only you know your body and know what's best for your body. So with that, in all things, remember, do you hope something in there was helpful for you? Until next time, bye.